I just want to give a few tips or guidelines that's going to help someone who is willing to come to the country. I mean, once you get your visa, obviously the next step is to book your ticket and prepare everything and get ready to come into the country. But there's a few things that you actually need to do before you intend on boarding that plane, before you intend on coming to Canada for whatever reasons it may be. I mean, people travel for different reasons. I cannot assume what your reasons may be, but whatever the case may be, I think these guidelines or tips is going to help anyone who still wants to come into Canada. So the first thing first that I'm going to list is make sure that you are fully prepared. With myself, I have a whole bunch of experience with regards to this, and I can actually say that preparing or planning your trip is very necessary, okay? You definitely need to plan. You cannot just take your bag and say, okay, I got my visa, I'm on my way to Canada. When I get there, I'm going to see what happens. When I get there, I'll be fine. 90% of the time, well, let's just say 95% of the time, you won't be fine. That is why you always hear a lot of people, hey, I'm stranded at the airport, hey, this, hey, that. I came here to stay with this person and now they're treating me this, they're treating me that. It's always one story to the other. I mean, once you get your visa, just take a few weeks or let's say even a month. Make sure that you plan properly in terms of where you're going to stay, how long you'll be at the place for, how you're going to eat, because obviously you moving from your country to someone's country, currency is definitely not the same. First thing, currency is not the same. Know how the system works. Know the most popular food in town. Know what you're going to eat, because obviously if you're a Ghanaian and you're coming to Canada, you won't be getting what you get that side. And for me, I'm used to it because I spend majority of my time in SA. So having to adapt to foreign food or any other type of food does not bother me at all. I can eat burger for 9 months, I don't have a problem. I know it's so exciting when you get your visa at first because you think, no, I'm going to another country, I'm going to make it. Once I get there, I'll get a job, buy a car, buy a house. Calm down, all right? Calm down. It's not always that easy. The next one that I'm going to pinpoint, or the next one that I'm going to say, is have a sort of experience. And I think I've been preaching this very topic majority of the time. Since I started making videos talking about Canada traveling, I've been talking about this, okay? It's very sad to see people come, or you even hear people say, okay, I got here, I thought I was going to get a job, I was a doctor in my country, now I came here, I'm cleaning dishes. You need to understand, okay? You need to understand that these are two different countries, and you coming from somewhere with your doctor's degree or whatever, I mean, if you also want to do the same thing that you were doing back home, you need to know that it's not going to be an easy switch. You need to pass through a few downsides. You need to pass through like a few hassles. You need to pass through a few struggles before you can get to where you plan on being. You cannot just come from your country and say, oh, I'm a doctor, so when I get here, I'll just issue my doctor's qualifications and all that, and then I become a doctor. Plan properly. I mean, in Canada, I made a video talking about this thing. Everything is about qualification. Everything is about qualification. Even to wash dishes, you need qualification in order to be taken. These are things that people complain about. And at the end of the day, people say, oh, Canada is not for me, Canada is not sweet, there's too much this, there's no jobs, there is jobs, but the problem is you did not plan. And I mean, it's not only about Canada, even in other countries, UK, Germany, any other part of the world, I'm sure this, I mean, even in some of the European countries I heard, it's even way tougher to get like high-end jobs. But in Canada, you even see a black guy driving a bus. You see a black guy in the doctor section. It's possible. You can make it. So the next one that I'm going to mention is try to socialize, okay? Try to socialize as much as possible. Remember, coming here, it depends also where you are going, because in Toronto, I mean, it's easy to meet Ghanaians all over. But in some of the places, you can even stay for 3 months and you will not even see a single Ghanaian. I haven't even spotted one Ghanaian. I think that was like last week when I went to do my car service, and I just saw a Ghanaian guy come through and it's like, I want to service my car. So they asked the guy, what is your name and all that, and then he mentioned Kojo Kusi something. That's where I noticed, okay, that's a Ghanaian. So you hardly come across people from your country, and even if you come across people from your country, they are not going to like straight away just be friendly with you. So having to socialize is really necessary. You need to make friends, otherwise you'll be in this country alone with no friends, and that is going to lead to depression, and depression is going to be another story. Ways to socialize: you can either go to churches. There are a lot of Ghana churches in Canada. When I came here, I visited Pentecost, which once a while I still attend. There are a lot of Ghanaians there. A lot of them. Even the ladies, there are a lot of Ghanaian ladies. Like, you see different types. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You go there, you see a whole lot. Like, you just name it. Just go there with the intention to go and worship God. Don't go with the intentions of nyash. Go there like you want to praise God. In the process, God will reward you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm not only saying go to Pentecost. There are a lot of churches. I mean, SDA, there are a whole bunch. And even if you're not the church type, if you want to do club, that's also fine. You can do clubs. But the thing is, I don't really recommend the club side. That's just me. I mean, I'm not a club type, but if that's your vibe, then why not just go for it? So there are many ways to beat the system, okay? The country is there. It's big enough. And the people in it is very small, okay? Canada is actually bigger than USA. Canada, I think, is the second largest or third largest, I'm not sure, but Canada is very huge. And the people in there are very small. They need people, for sure. Yes, they need people, but the thing is, what can you actually offer if you get in? Because you will not just come and be a burden to the government. I mean, then what's the purpose of you coming? You need to make sure that you are offering some sort of benefit. You need to make sure that you are coming with an intention to like be a benefit to the country. So having a skills also plays a better role. It plays a huge role. Always try to make sure that before you even intend to come here, you're good at something. What is this now? What demon things is this? This big pack, you didn't see anywhere to go than my face. So yes, always make sure you got some sort of skills. If it is mechanic that you're good at, fine. If it is cleaning that you're good at, fine. If it is, I don't know, whatever, caretaking, management, finance, whatever the case may be, just have a sort of like skill. In Ghana, in Sanwe Juma, like have something. And if you come in with that, also make sure you have some sort of attachment, because you will not just come from your country and say, okay, fine, I'm a mechanic. And then they'll be like, okay, fine, we can hire you. No, you need to get some sort of proof, certificates, reference, images, something, so that when you get in, life becomes easier for you. I know a lot of people that have been in this country a year, two, and they are still searching for a job. Yes, simply because they have nothing. But if you have something, then it makes life easier for you. This is like the little that I've noticed that a lot of foreign nationals, especially my country people, they struggle with whenever they get in. Now there's wind now. The weather goes sunny and then it goes, this weather is pregnant. Anyways, so this is the little that I'm going to touch on. If you have any questions with regards to what I said, or if maybe you got your visa ready to fly in, whatever reasons it may be, and this may also apply to like students, PR citizens, people who are coming to even stay for probably, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months, because I mean, obviously, if you get your 10 years visa and you want to even come visit, you cannot just be at home the whole of the duration. You obviously need to like go out and make yourself happy. You need to spend, and you also need to gain back, because even if you come with $10,000 at the end of the day to finish before you leave, so there needs to be something coming in, right? So this is the little that I've actually compiled, and I hope it helps. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you got something you want to ask me, put it in the comment section. Subscribe as well, like, let's vibe, whatever it may be. I'm not perfect, once again. I might be wrong in some ways, I might be right, but whatever it is, let's link up in the comment section, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.